Hey, what's up, you guys? Another action figure review coming to you. And this is a figure, oh my goodness, I cannot express how long I have waited. How long I have waited for this figure. Ever since I got Daredevil years ago, one of the first things I said is, where is the owl? I knew Kingpin was coming, and he has quite a few times. But like, I was like, where is the owl? Where is he? Where is Leland Owsley? That's all I kept saying. Like, I have been yelling, I've been screaming about this for years. I think I've even mentioned it in a couple of my past reviews, a couple of my past Daredevil reviews. I think I've mentioned it. But yeah, here we are. Finally, we have the owl. Finally, Marvel Legends has answered our prayers, and we finally have the owl. And I'm just super excited. This is a very highly anticipated figure for me personally, because I've always wanted to add him to my Daredevil collection. I know the packaging shows here. Let's get right into it. It says Spider-Man. He's not. I mean, he's a Spider-Man villain too, but he's mainly a Daredevil villain. I know they have him in the Spider-Man retro packaging. I get it, and I know he has encountered Spider-Man over the years because he has, but he's a Daredevil villain. He was introduced in Daredevil. I read the comics. He was introduced in Daredevil. But anyway, in the packaging, Marvel Legends, Warning, Choking Hazard, Marvel's Owl. I like that picture there. I like that. That's pretty awesome. You got Marvel there, Spider-Man, Retro, Ages 4 Plus. You got the back of the cart with the other figures in this wave. I might get this figure. I like it. This Spider-Venom. The other figures in this wave I probably won't get. I do need to get Spider-Man 2099. Miguel, I believe his name is Miguel O'Hara, if I'm remembering correctly. I need to get him. Those are probably the only figures I probably want out of this wave. And you also get the back of the packaging, which I will adjust my camera in just a second. And so there you have the back of the packaging, where you could see Leland Owsley, the owl. All right, so Marvel's Owl. Crime lord Leland Owsley vies for a piece of New York's criminal underworld, squaring off against Spider-Man and Daredevil as the owl. Yes, indeed. And so that is about it for the packaging. So we're about to get into the figure. So yeah, so you got the legalities, all that, barcode, if that helps anybody. All that, nothing at the bottom, nothing else at the top. So yes, so we are going to get into the highly anticipated figure for me. One of the most anticipated of the year for me. Finally, Marvel's Owl, Leland Owsley, Marvel Legends, Spider-Man Retro. Let's do it. And so here we have Leland Owsley out of the packaging, and he looks great. First glance, he looks fantastic. That piece fell out, but I did grab it, the claw piece. All right, so we're going to get into Leland Owsley's head sculpt, and he looks great. I love the sculpting. I love his head sculpt. His eyes look really good. His complexion. I even like the head sculpt. He's doing this gritty. He's doing this gritty like head sculpt. And usually I don't like the gritty head sculpts, but they executed it pretty well here. Now, it would have been nice if they gave us like a neutral head sculpt too, to go along with this gritty one, but it's still nice what they did overall. You also see his hair and the sideburns, and the beard really looks good. His lips looks good. The shading and color around his eyes. Eyebrows look good. You see the other part of his hair there. You see more sculpting of the hair. Looks really good. A lot of people saying he looks like Wolverine, for people who don't know who the owl is, and I get it. This is the more modern take on the owl. I do appreciate that. So look at this. All the that other claw piece fell out. But anyway, all the texturing and all of the holes in his jacket. Sorry if you guys heard that in the background. That was my daughter. Yeah, so like all the texturing, like the cuts and the rips, everything throughout the jacket. You see it on the back of the collar there. You see all the nice texturing in the coat. They could have added a little more wash and everything to make this pop a little more, but it still looks good. A little more added paint would have been great, but it looks good. Nice. You know, got like the little tatters and cuts and rips going on there. You got, you got it going on all throughout the jacket. You got the wrinkles and everything like that. You got the buttons, and the buttons are colored. I appreciate that. You got more little holes and rips, and everything. All throughout the jacket. You could see that. That is great. That's really good. These are the fisted hands for those claws that keeps just popping out. They're very loose. And also you have his scarf. And underneath the scarf, he's wearing a turtleneck. He's on the Doc Ock body. I think it was Dan Who that showed that. If you remove the jacket, if you take the jacket off, you see the plugs where Dr. Octopus' arm's supposed to go. I'm not going to go through all of that. I'm not going to do that. But I don't really care, because I'm not going to take his coat off. I'm going to leave it on, so I don't care. But I do like the scarf. He also has another separate piece. Now, Doc Ock did use this, the Sam Raimi Doc Ock, which I do have in my collection. He used this jacket, so he does have the 2-layer jacket. And I like that. If you're going to reuse something, do smart reuse. That's what I always say. So it may be lazy, but it's still smart reuse. So I do appreciate that. I do like the scarf that he wears with his turtleneck. You can move it around and stuff and style it how you want. I like that as well. I do like the pants, but he's not wearing the belt. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess it's fine if he's not wearing the belt, but I think it would have been nice if he had a belt with a belt buckle, because usually most Marvel Legend figures do have that. Yeah, so this is a little messy and chunky. I don't know what this added part here is in the wrist. But the buckles there are good. The buckles, more texturing, things like that all throughout the jacket. More rips and tatters and things. His pants do look good. Like I said, the scarf looks good. The turtleneck looks good. His pants looks good. You see the knees. You see his shoes as well. His shoes look very good as well. And I love this. So he has like this dirty brown wash in the bottom of his jacket. You do get brownie points for that. I appreciate that. This little, what just would have made it pop more is add more detail with these rips and these holes. A little more wash there. And this figure would have been dynamite. But, for what it is, it's really solid. It's really, really solid. So I am loving so far what I am seeing from the owl. For sure. I am very pleasantly happy with this figure so far. And so I had to plug these claw pieces back in. It keeps popping out. But yeah, I don't know why they gave him this. And this is why I see so many reviewers on YouTube comparing him to Wolverine, because he looks like Wolverine, which this is how he's supposed to look. If you read the comic books, this is exactly how the owl is supposed to look. But you gave him these claw weapons. I don't remember him using these in the comics. He might have. I don't remember. But it just makes him look more like Wolverine. I think they should have just gave him regular fisted hands and then the other claw hands that he comes with, which I'm about to pop on. But yeah, he has these claws. It's just flat gray plastic, so like it's really nothing to it. He looks nice. I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not, but we'll see. We'll see. And these are the alternate hands that he comes with in his accessories. And it just makes more sense for him to use these hands. You see how he has these like sharp clawed hands. And it just makes more sense. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I'll probably be using these hands primarily for my figure for the owl because it just makes more sense. It's more functional. So yeah, that is probably what I will be doing. And one more accessory is the owl itself. And this is really funny because I also have another owl figure from the Court of Owls figure that I have in my collection from DC Multiverse. It's funny because that owl looks like it should be for him. And this owl looks like it should be for the Court of Owls. So that's kind of funny because look at the mask he's wearing. But it is very nice paint, very nicely sculpted, very nice detail. And I do like it. So it's very nice. And if I wanted to use this owl for my Court of Owls display, I actually could. Yeah, so like I was saying, look at this. So this is the owl figure that comes with the Court of Owls in my DC collection. And this is the owl that comes with the owl, Leland Owlsley. So look at this. Doesn't this DC Court of Owls look like it should go with him? And doesn't this owl that comes with Leland Owlsley looks like it should go? And I got the head right here. You see that? You see that? Isn't that funny? This is Marvel, but it goes with DC. And this is DC, but it looks like it goes with Marvel. That's funny. That's funny. I find that funny. I mean, obviously, I don't think they did that on purpose, but I just find that funny. Anyway, let's get into let's get into articulation. So he could go to the left and to the right. He could look up about that much. He can look down about that much. He does have attitude. He can go all the way around if you so choose. His arms can't really go up that much. Mine are like really stuck, so I can't. And plus, it's hindered by this, so I think he can go up about there. He can go up about that much because this piece will block it. He can go back about that much. Upper bicep swivel, doubly jointed elbows, and he probably does have a butterfly joint on the inside. Full wrist and hinge rotation. He does. Does he have a upper ball peg? It's kind of hard with this coat on. I'm not sure. It's very hard and very stiff. He does have some movement there and some pivoting. He also does have a lower waist twist that can go all around 360 if you so choose. He does split about that much, hindered by the coat. He does kick forward that much, back about that much. He does have a thigh swivel rotation. He does have doubly jointed knees, if you can get it. Yep, there you go. And he does have I said thigh swivel, right? Yeah, doubly jointed knees. He does have boot rotation and swivel, but mine is really tight for some stupid reason. I guess because I just literally took my packaging. He can hinge up that much, down that much, and he does have beautiful ankle pivot. So that is what you're going to get from the owl. Let's do some pretty quick size comparisons because this video is going on long enough. I apologize for that. I guess because I was gushing about the figure. But yeah, so let's get into the size comparisons for the owl, and then I'll give you my final thoughts and we'll get up out of here. And so here is the owl next to Jigsaw. Here is the owl next to the Punisher, because the owl, he is a criminal. He's a crime lord, so of course he would cross paths with Frank Castle. Here he is next to Bushwhacker. I think these two have worked together in the past. I think so. And here Leland Owlsley is next to Hammerhead and Tombstone. This is a dream for me. This is a freaking dream. Oh my God. Yes. Having him next to Hammerhead and Tombstone. Oh, this is just awesome. So this is awesome sauce. And last but certainly not, well, he's not the last. He is next to the kingpin of crime. And I can't even begin to tell you how happy and satisfied I am about that. That is just absolutely beautiful. And here Leland Owlsley is next to Spidey. That looks awesome. And here Leland Owlsley is next to Matt Murdock. That is pretty cool. And of course, here Leland Owsley is next to the man without fear, Daredevil himself. And this is giving me all kind of juices flowing right now. So this is what I've always waited for. Thank you, God. Thank you, Marvel Legends. Finally. Woo! All right, so I cheated. Well, I mean, I don't really have a choice because there's no way to balance the owl on top of his shoulder. I had some sticky tack, so I just put it underneath there. You probably could see it through my camera, but I don't care. You know, I just wanted a cool shot of him with the owl. So, and I didn't want him holding the owl in his hand because it would just look silly. He should be perched on his shoulder. So yeah, so my final thoughts on this review. This review's went on long enough. I'm sorry I gushed too much, but I love this figure. I absolutely love it. It does have its problems and its flaws. I'm gonna give it, rightfully it should be an 8, but I'm probably being biased, so I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10 because I really, really like this figure. It objectively is probably no more than an 8. But I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10 because I really, really love this figure. And I've wanted an owl figure for so long in my collection. And I finally got him. So I think he goes great with my collection. Yeah, that was my wife calling me, guys. So you heard my phone ringing. Yeah, so so I think this is an awesome figure. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10 because I'm being biased. Like I said, objectively, it's probably an 8, but I'm going to give it an 8.5. I'm going to stop gushing and stop repeating myself because this video is going on long enough, too long, actually. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This has been my review of the Marvel Legends Retro card Owl, Leland Owsley action figure. I'm so happy to have him. And I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. So we found it informative. And until the next time, see ya.